Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning. It is morning here. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to day 60. It has been 60 days that I've been posting short videos with some kind of spiritual tip or something that I fell in love with, whether it is Eckhart Tolle related or something I came across while studying the course with Carolyn Mays or Dr. Joe. So today's tip comes from Dr. Joe. So we were given this coursework as part of the advanced retreat. I think it is the intensive course. We got both the intensive and progressive because that is a requirement to attend the advanced retreat, but it is online. So we were able to take it. So as part of the course, Dr. Joe says this, and this is exactly why I had not even come across Dr. Joe's teachings, and I already knew that most of our obstacles, most of our challenges are because of limiting beliefs, what Eckhart Tolle calls conditioned patterns, the karmic accumulation, the dense karmic accumulation. So here is another pointer why we, to me, it was like it's like a shake your body and wake you up kind of pointer, right? What he says is we will always accept, believe, and surrender to thoughts that are equal to your emotional state. This is part of the intensive course. We accept, believe, and surrender to thoughts that are equal to our emotional state. So if you're, if you're saying, oh, I don't know, Poonam talks so much, 60 days, and she talks so much about presence, about doing 2 hours of meditation, but I can't do 2 hours of meditation. Where is the time to do 2 hours of meditation? Right? So you're going to accept, what is your emotional state? Your emotional state may be, I'm kind of lazy, I don't want to actually make the effort, kind of emotional state. So you'll use thoughts that will kind of reaffirm your emotional state, and you won't do anything about making a transformation. And this group, the whole reason why it's called Know Thyself Revolution, I've not found a much better name. It is to know thyself, know the flow of consciousness, the flow of presence, with the flow of awareness within you, so that you can look at all these patterns. What another beautiful thing that I love, what Dr. Joe always says, is meditation is to become familiar with. And what are you becoming familiar with? You're becoming familiar with your thoughts and emotions. What thoughts are good that you need to keep are actually working in your favor, and what is not working in your favor. Dean Graziosi that way has like this technique of saying, use your journal when you're journaling. Put on your list, like if you're doing a week, what are you going to do in this week, month, in 3 months? Then one of the things you need to do is the not to do list. Put the not to do list. Put the not to do. I'm not going to watch TikTok videos. I'm not going to watch shorts. I'm not going to watch garbage on YouTube. I'm not going to watch garbage on Facebook. I'm not going to watch garbage on TV, right? Wasting time. And then you're saying, I don't have time for meditation, right? So always remember, you will accept, believe, and surrender to whatever it is at your emotional state. If you're feeling dark and like sad, you are just going to accept everything that is dark and sad. So always remember that you have to change state at that moment in time. And the change state, the easiest thing is to experience gratitude. You don't have anything. Let's say you're like Eckhart on a park bench, you don't even have a job, right? look at the sky, have gratitude for it, the blueness of the sky, the greenness of the leaves. If you can find a tree or a plant, something natural in nature, look at it. If you have some kind of disability and you're stuck at home, then look at some kind of object that gives its aliveness to you. This monitor has aliveness. This microphone has aliveness, right? Everything has aliveness within it. So just look around yourself and experience the gratitude. And I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful that I have a face, right? One of the meditations by Dr. Norm Shealy, he says, look at your face. This is what you present to the world, and love it. Love your face, right? So the other part to it, so what you have to do in conjunction with knowing that you need to change your state, right? To make a change, to get some form of transformation, that you need to make a change. The other very beautiful quote that Dr. Joe says, that when you make that decision, I need to change. I need to change something about my diet. I'm gaining weight. I need to change my diet. Or don't use excuses. Don't say, oh, I'm menopausal, so I'm going to gain weight. I'm a woman, I'm menopausal, so I'm going to gain weight anyway. Or whatever the excuse may be, I don't have time to work out. You just have to move for 20-30 minutes a day, and that's sufficient, right? I can give up my foods. I love my cheese. But you're gaining weight, right? So you have to make a choice. And this, like Tony Robbins says, right? I'll actually read the quote from Dr. Joe. He says, so he says, the amplitude of the decision that you make, right? That the amplitude of the decision carries a level of energy that is greater than the hardwired programs in your brain in the past and the emotional addictions in your body in the past. So you have to, so your body is going to take you back into your old habits. The body is your subconscious mind. Like it'll want to go eat cheese when you know that you shouldn't be eating cheese. You shouldn't be eating fattening food, or the fact that you are not able to increase your level of presence. So you need to sit in meditation, but the body is going, no, this is such useless activity. Why are you sitting in meditation? This is so stupid. You're just being lazy that you're sitting in meditation, but your body, I mean, you need that, right? You need the meditation. So the amplitude of that decision, the amplitude, it should exceed the hardwired programs in your brain and hardwired programs in your body. And the body is the subconscious mind. Remember that. It's always going to take you back to your old self. So to this, I got reminded of, this is what I was going to say before this quote, is Tony Robbins always gives this example, right? He says, when you have to make a decision and go with it. Whether you're going to do meditation, not going to do meditation, or going to do the diet, or not going to do, just go with it. And then see, if you fail, then you know you have to make the other decision, but make the decision. And to this, what he says is every day in the morning, no matter wherever he's living, in Utah, in Florida, how many ever houses he has, he says he has this cryo thing, or you know, maybe in Utah it's like so cold that you can just go outside in the lake and take a dip. He makes his body go into that minus whatever 47 degrees water, and like at least for 2 or 3 minutes every day he goes in that cold water, because he wants to train his body always train your body that your mind, your neocortex is the one that is in control. Your body is not in control. Train your body not to be in control. And that's my tip for today, which the tip is given by Tony Robbins. That's a tip given by Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe calls the body the unbridled stallion. So you're going to say, stay, do your meditation, eat well. You're about to work out, you like turn on the TV and then you're turning channels. You're switching channels. You're not even watching what's going on TV, but just sitting in front of the TV and just wasting time. Where you could have done a quick 30-minute workout, right? So whether it's workout, whether it is examining your beliefs, look at your thinking and believing, all the negative thoughts. Like you want to take 30 minutes and write in a journal, oh, I think of these things, but you're going to say, oh no, I'm going to sit in front of the TV and watch TV, or I'm going to just play something on YouTube. And now you're playing one video and the second video and the third video. And now you've lost 2 hours in your day. So my offer to you is take the time to do the necessary things. And the necessary things at the top is make sure you do your meditation every day, whether it's 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. For me, it is 2 hours. So do your meditation. The next thing, which I wake up at 4 a.m. to do the meditation so that it gets done before my workday. Then the second thing is always diet. The meditation takes priority. The next priority is my diet. I always make sure I do my medical medium protocol. And the third is the workout. I always make sure I'm doing like at least a 30-minute workout, or I'm doing a 30-minute walk almost like 4 or 5 times a week, so that my body consciousness loves to move. So if you're not moving, you're sitting like a couch potato all day, then you're not allowing consciousness, the energy to flow in your body. So always do a workout. I know Kelly and Kelly teach Qigong, so you can use Qigong as a means of a workout, right? Like the movement will help you. So that's my tip for today. I thought I was going to just talk for 5 minutes. I think it took more than 5 minutes. So with that, have a fabulous day. Many blessings. Much love. Thank you. Grateful for the support. Bye.